Hey, this is Charles Calhoun, aka the ShadeTree Pro. Once again, this video is brought to you by my FootJoy shoes. Always my Callaway clubs. Oh, and I just put me a new M3 driver with the orange Tennessee shaft, carbon tip. Oh, that's nasty. What are we gonna do today? Well, let's walk into the danger zone. I was talking to one of my buddies, and he was talking about a lesson that he was given, and one of his clients had adapted that nasty S word, the Shanks. Oh, and I steal that mindset, a concept of people thinking, you don't know, man, they just come from anywhere. You don't know how. Nobody knows how to fix them. Well, I don't agree with that. I think the lateral shots, or shank shots, comes more from misinformation than execution. Now, I have a buddy that lives in Ohio. I think it's Beverly, Ohio. His name's Scott Perry. He actually saw me purposely hit a shank shot at Lakeside Country Club. At the time, it was hole 17. I was stuck between trees, and I didn't have no other way to get out between those trees because I knew how to hit them. I actually used it to get out. And it was just, the look in his face was like, oh shit. But hey, get in touch with Scott Perry, he'll tell you. But anyway, how did I figure out the shank shots? There was a movie with the Most Def. He starred in it. He starred as Vivian Thomas. The movie was called Something the Lord Made. Well, in this movie, they were doing the experiments on the blue baby. True story, Hopkins University. And there was this scene where, for me to get a complete clarity, I always felt that I had a good understanding of what was causing them. But, you got to continue your research. Continue until you really, really see it, understand it. What Einstein said is that if you can't explain it simple enough, you don't know it well enough. Well, anyway, in this movie, to figure out why these babies were suffocating, what they did, they had to reenact or recreate the conditions. So what they did, they recreated conditions of the suffocation that these young babies were going through in a dog. And when they did this and they figured it out, then it was nothing for them to basically figure out the problem and solve the problem. That goes back again to, I've said in a video before about Einstein. He said, if you give me 60 minutes to solve a problem, I'll spend 55 minutes of it trying to ask the questions and then 5 minutes to solve the problem. Still goes back to that. I told you, that's a cornerstone of all my teaching and my research. But once I taught myself how to hit shanks, then it was easy for me to teach them. And there's so many different scenarios that people say that happens, this drop. Those are the effects, getting here, this, that, whatever. But what's the real cause? Watch this. What I've come to learn and understand, I have said this in videos before. I said that when you push to the left, put pressure on the left, it actually pushes you right. And when you put pressure on the right, it actually pushes you to the left. That's just like if you're running a running back, you push left to go right, you push right to go left. I mean, that's just how the feet work. So, what I was able to do was this to figure it out. What I come to understand, and I'm going to show you from this side view right here. What I come to understand, and this is why I'm not a big fan of the hip turn and I'm just not a fan of it, because it leads to more problems than solutions. So what most people do, the big hip turners, and as well as those who teaches this, teaching you how to get over here, you know, you're teaching them how to hit it off the hosel and you don't even know it. And then you're making all kinds of compensations with your grip to try to get to fix the problem, when that shouldn't even be a problem. But here's what's happening, is that when you're getting ready to start your downswing, what's happening, we've all been told, get to the left side or get the left side out of the way. Now, if I get to my left side, I'm putting pressure on this left side, especially if I'm getting to the back side of my heel. I'm putting pressure on that. So when I'm putting pressure on that, it's wanting to push back. It wants to go back this way. It wants to come around back this. It wants to come back around this way. So if I'm putting pressure on this left side that's making me come back, you can see it already that this is coming out. So I'm helping it. So as I put pressure on the left side, and then on top of that, I'm trying to turn my right side through, guess what? Boom, I come out. And if you can look here, you can see the ball. If I'm getting ready to hit a ball, if I put pressure there and I come out, we call that early extension, humping the goat, whatever. If I come out with the body, then the top's got to come out, the arm's got to come out. It's just common sense. So that's why I have the one video where I said this toe, this heel, that I'm here. And that's what allows you to get that. So if you're hitting shank shots, they're simple to fix. All you have to do when you set up to that ball, instead of letting it spin out, allow it to stay right on the inside, and that'll take care of the shanks. Like I said, play off the front of the body. Don't let it get back here. Left side pushes you right, right side pushes you left. And if you push left, the right side's gonna come out. You gotta watch that. Plain and simple. Once again, I'll hit it. Stay on the front, big toe, back heel, swing in between. And that'll eliminate the shanks. This is Charles Calhoun, AKA the ShadeTree Pro, and always good golfing.